Today I heard Canadian Defence Minister David McGuinty say that Canada is keeping the door open to providing assistance in the Middle East. I wonder if he knew what happened in Washington today when he made that comment. Joe Kent resigned as the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, the agency that assesses terrorist threats to the United States. In his letter, Kent wrote that Iran posed no imminent threat to the country and that war was started due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. He said he believes high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that deceived the president into thinking there was a clear path to a swift victory. It's difficult not to take Kent seriously. He served 20 years in the Army, including Special Forces, with 11 combat deployments. His first wife, Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer Shannon Kent, was killed in a suicide bombing while serving in Syria. He was a top aide to Tulsi Gabbard before leading the Counterterrorism Center. And I can think of 3 questions Americans and Canadians have the right to ask. First, did Iran actually pose an imminent threat? We know about Iran's nuclear potential and the regime's oppression, but there's a difference between a country being dangerous in general and a country posing the kind of immediate threat that justifies launching a war. If Kent, who had direct access to the intelligence, believes the threshold was not met, we have a right to ask on what basis the war actually began. Second, what is the plan to end it? At least 13 American service members have died, more than 200 have been wounded, 2,500 Marines have been deployed, and the war has cost $16.5 billion in its first 2 weeks. When asked about a timeline on Fox News, Trump said the war would end when he feels it in his bones. Is this really a war running on vibes? Third, was Trump deceived into starting the war, and could that deception prevent him from ending it quickly? Canada should not be getting involved in a war based on pressure from Israel, media misinformation, or vibes. This is beginning to sound a lot like Iraq, and Canada was smart enough to stay out of that conflict. If you're not following me yet, now's a good time. And I hope you feel a little bit smarter than you were 3 minutes ago.